Imagine this. A boy in 18th century London, no more than 4 years old, wanders into a field behind his family's modest Soho home. The sky cracks open. A tree bursts into 5,000 angels, wings of fire, eyes like stars, singing a hymn that shakes the earth. His mother finds him trembling, not in terror but in rapture. "This is no dream," he tells her. "This is the infinite breaking through." That boy? William Blake, poet, painter, prophet, the man who saw God in a grain of sand and etched hell's fury into copper plates. 2 centuries later, his words would birth a rock band that scorched the soul of a generation, a lizard king howling transcendence from the stage. But Blake, he wasn't performing. He was the door itself, cracked wide, inviting you to step through or burn. Born in 1757, the same year mystic Emanuel Swedenborg prophesied a new dawn for humanity, Blake didn't chase prophecies, he lived them. Surrounded by the ghosts of Jacob Boehmer's alchemical fires and Swedenborg's heavenly dispatches, society called him mad, a lunatic scrawling visions on scraps of paper, printing them by hand in a backyard workshop. But Blake, he etched eternity. Illuminated manuscripts where words danced with watercolors, poetry and painting fused like lovers in the divine. Songs of innocence and experience. The marriage of heaven and hell. Pages that pulse with light, as if the angels themselves inked the lines. And at the heart of it all, one searing command: if the doors of perception were cleansed, everything would appear to man as it is, infinite. Those words, they didn't die with Blake, they slithered through time. Aldous Huxley seized them in 1954, mescaline visions exploding in the doors of perception. Then in the smoke-choked clubs of 60s LA, Jim Morrison read them like scripture, named his band after them, tattooed their fire on his skin. The Doors didn't just play music, they kicked the doors wide, Blake's doors, dragging a flower power world into the abyss of the soul. Blake and Morrison, 2 shamans, centuries apart, both hunting the transcendent. For Blake, it's salvation, fiery, biblical, wrapped in parables like Christ's own teachings. Jesus, to him, the ultimate artist. The Bible is the great code of art. A poet, a painter, a musician, an architect. If you're none of these, you're no Christian. Salvation isn't chained to morality's cold altar or intellect's sterile throne. It's aesthetics, art as the third path, the wild, weeping road to God. Picture Golgonooza, Blake's mythical city, not stone and spire, but the fortress of imagination, citadel of loss, the divine artist hammering eternity on his anvil. Golgonooza echoes Golgotha, the skull hill, Christ's cross, the center of the world, where heaven pierces earth like an axis mundi, a cosmic pillar threading paradise, purgatory, and the pit. Art isn't decoration, it's the ladder, the bloodied stairs to union with the infinite. Morrison, he twists it darker, no cross, no Christ, just the raw, archaic pulse. Shamans drum in the desert, not salvation, but revelation. Understanding the shadows beyond the veil. But the bones, pure Blake. Transcendence as the hunt, the howl, the hammer blow, Blake's forge. It's shamanic to the core. His creative fire, a torment like Tibetan initiations, dismemberment by demons, rebirth in ancestral flames, descent to hell, trials of chaos and order, the 4 Zoas, his mythic quartet, mirroring the cardinal points, the elements, earth, air, fire, water, a cross of cosmic tension, axis mundi reborn in verse. In Milton, the hammers thunder like shaman drums. Bellows heave like animated lungs, furnaces roar, the stomach of creation devouring and birthing worlds. Events unfold in primordial time, that sacred in illo tempore of archaic myths. Creation's echo, still bleeding. Blake classified visions in layers, like peeling an onion of the soul. Simple, the social grind etched in America and Europe. Double, metaphysical riddles in the 4 Zoas. Triple, aesthetic fire in Milton. Quadruple, the pinnacle in Jerusalem, all visions weaving into religious rapture. God glimpsed in the warp and weft. What fuels it? 2 flames, imagination and inspiration. Imagination, the bridge from flesh to forever, superior to memory's rotten rags. Cast off the rags of memory, destroy in poetry all that is not imagination. No imitating nature's forms, birth the unseen, inspiration, the external blaze. Spirits, angels, demons knocking at the door, the artist submits or commands. From that ecstatic clash, the work is born. Vision poured into poetry, painting, art as the vessel for the divine drunk. Blake's legacy, a thread of fire, from his prophetic books to Morrison's notebook scrawls. Band name, stolen from the infinite. Lost Little Girl, echo of Blake's Little Girl Lost. End of the night, Celine's journey twisted with Blake's auguries. Some are born to sweet delight, some are born to endless night. And that maxim etched in Morrison's veins, the road of excess leads to the palace of wisdom. From proverbs of hell, a Blaken dare, burn bright or fade forgotten. Painter, poet, mystic, Blake slipped away in 1827, same year as Beethoven's Thunder. Two heralds of the soul's wild cry. But his doors still swinging, inviting, terrifying, infinite. So lean in, wanderer. What door have you cracked? A poem that split your chest, a song that summoned ghosts, the infinite waiting just beyond the latch. Drop your visions in the comments. What Blaken fire burns in you? If this cracked your perception even a fraction, like, subscribe. We'll etch the next one together, ink and flame.